The no hassleback potato. Now the purpose of this video is to show you how I cut the Hasselback potatoes so quickly, or how I chop them so quickly, and how you can too with just a little bit of practice. Come here really quick. Do you guys remember this video? Let's make some Hasselback potatoes. Some black flaky salt. That was about 2 years ago, and yes, I'm confused as well. 1.6 million views, that's insane for a potato cutting video. Now you can do this with any potato. I prefer to do the Yukon Gold potato. Yukon Gold potato. Look at all of those ridges in there. I know you just saw me cut a potato very quickly, and you're thinking, how am I gonna be able to do that? I'm not used to handling a knife like that. Check this out. Here is how I do it. What I do is, okay, the first thing that you might notice is I will cut the bottom part of the potato just slightly to give it a flat bottom. So that means the potato will not rock when I'm holding it. Here's the second part. Instead of chopping down like this, where I'm cutting the whole potato accidentally, possibly, as you can see, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut like this. So my knife will not completely go all the way down, as you can see. You could practice doing it at an even more of an angle, but I prefer just to go this wide because, you know, I'm not that accurate. So what I'll do is I'll just keep my tip just like this. This looks like about 45-degree angle. Slowly begin chopping to practice, and then you'll get quicker at it. 35 degrees is the way to go for me. You could do it at an even more angle, like a 20-degree angle, but then you run the possibility of accidentally cutting the whole end off. And your tip is always going to stop you. The tip of the knife is always going to stop you from cutting all of the potato. What we can do is take a couple of chopsticks. I would probably recommend using disposable chopsticks just so you don't ruin your eating chopsticks. So I'll just do disposables like so. And then I think with this method, we don't even need to cut the bottom of the potato to flatten it out. And this is basically going to keep the potato in place, and it's also going to stop us from going all the way down. Actually, with this method, I think we can even get more of the potato chopped up because we're going straight down. Let's try it. Now for this, I would probably recommend using a flat bottom knife, sort of like this Nikiri here, as opposed to a chef knife, which is more rounded. It kind of doesn't make sense for chopping down motions. All right, I'm kind of running into an issue with this method. I don't know if you noticed, but the chopstick, it keeps sticking to my knife because my knife is so sharp. I don't know about this method, maybe it's debunked. I've honestly never used this method before, but it seemed easier on paper. But as you can see, even the ends are starting to cut off. I'm gonna probably say, don't do this. This is kind of dumb, and you're gonna ruin your chopsticks. Do what I'm saying here. It's simple. Just cut off a little bit. Your potato stays flat, it's easier to handle, and then just do a 30-25-degree angle. And then just practice that. Nice and slow. I'm getting nice even cuts, and that's all there is to it. And then you're gonna get better as you go, and then you're not gonna need to worry about having chopsticks on you in case you don't always have chopsticks in your household. And look at this. That's all it is. Practice makes perfect, people. This is it's an interesting method on paper, right? But it's just not the move, I'd say. And also, you're gonna ruin your chopsticks. You don't wanna ruin your chopsticks. We have our potato all cut up. What is my favorite method to cook it? Now for this, I recommend a cast iron skillet, such as this. I always use Stobe cast iron skillets. They're so reliable, they're enameled, they're great. Check them out. Also, duck fat is going to be the fat of choice today. This was very cheap, $6.37. This is gonna be very flavorful for the potatoes. Now, if you're vegetarian, you could just do a nice olive oil, but duck fat or beef fat, it's just gonna be so much better for our potatoes. Adding in some thyme, some rosemary, garlic, and then I did some fresh ground peppercorn from Spice Tribe. This stuff is delicious. And now see here, our oil is gonna be nice and flavorful for our potatoes. What I'm just doing is I'm fortifying the oil. I'm gonna toss them in one by one. Just like that, you see? Oh, it's good. And now what we can do with our fat is just sort of baste the potatoes just to get all the fat in those nooks and crannies, all those ridges that we created. That's basically the purpose of the Hasselback potato, is you're getting all the flavor in it. It's like you're injecting it. And then just toss it in the oven. Then this gets tossed into a 350-degree oven. Oh my gosh, it smells like Thanksgiving. Cheese foam. Whole milk. Heavy cream. Fresh goat cheese. Yum. And that is not a Hasselback potato. This was in there for just about 20-25 minutes. Stunning. All-purpose chicken jus. Goat cheese espuma. Chive powder. Onion flake. The no Hasselback potato.